What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the airport. Welcome back to a brand new video, man. We are here. We are back with a brand new video for you guys. And listen, the Miami Heat are back as the 4th seed in the NBA or in the East. A lot of things are going well for them. I do want to talk about one player who I think has become a fan favorite, and we're gonna get into that, player and how he's been playing really well. We do these kind of videos where we deep dive into certain players on this team at times, if they're playing well, if they're playing poorly. Let me know if you guys want to see those type of videos even more. And let me know what other types of videos you guys want me to see. Obviously we have the game previews and recaps. We have like the trade rumor videos and these type of dive in videos where we talk about certain players. But if you guys have anything else in mind, do not hesitate to let me know down in the comment section below. But yeah, let's get right into it without further ado. Leave a like, subscribe. You guys know what to do. Nikola Jovic, man. Nikola Jovic has been absolutely hooping, and I think a common theme between every Heat fan was that we wanted to see him play. But I made a video about him like a couple of months ago. I talked about it in my video. I talked about it in videos prior, like even before the season started. Like I talked about it. There's videos out there if you guys want to go look at them where I said Nikola Jovic is not going to get much playing time this season, not because he's not good, but just because what he does, Spoelstra will not value, because Spoelstra values defense first. Not saying, that's probably not a good thing for me to say Spoelstra won't value what he does, but he won't value it more than he values defense. And that's how you get rotation minutes as a Heat player, if you play defense. Now, unless your name is Tyler Hero, who is a prolific 3-level scorer, or your name is Duncan Robinson, who's one of the best shooters in league history, if you can't defend, you're not going to play. And that was always my stance with Jovic. And I was like, I want to see the kid play. I want to see him grow. But I think we have to be patient with him and not expect him to be thrust into the lineup. And trust Spo, trust Jovic, trust the development. And they've again been proven right, because I think that they've handled him perfectly. They brought him in when guys have been hurt to let him, have some run and have some opportunity. At times he looked lost. At times, offensively he didn't look like he was fitting in. But after he got some reps, after he was able to get consistent minutes with guys being out, he's looked really, really good as of late. And the main thing, because I've always believed in his offensive talent ever since he's been playing overseas at Mega, I've always seen the vision offensively. I knew this kid was going to be special offensively, but the defense is the reason he's getting minutes right now. Because the defense last night and the defense as of late has been really, really good and a lot better than what I expected it to be. Because Jovic was one of the worst defenders on the team, but he's playing like he's one of the best. And that is a kid who wants his opportunity. And that is a kid who's going to work for his opportunity. He's going to do anything in order to win. So that defense that he's been playing is the reason he's been getting these minutes. And I'm surprised about that, because I didn't know that the defense was going to be such a quick transition for him. I was very, very keyed in on his offense. I knew that his playmaking was one of the best on the team. I knew that he's a natural point guard. I said it in my video. When you see him bringing the ball up, it's not a coincidence. Like, this kid is a lot better with the ball in his hands than he is without. Yeah, he can shoot the ball. He can knock down threes, but he's a lot better with the ball in his hands. And yeah, I mean, like, when you have a special offensive talent like that who's also putting it together defensively, because Jovic is a special offensive talent. He's not in the sense that Tyler Hero is, which he's not going to get you 25, but he's going to do a lot of little things. He's going to play make. He's going to set his teammates up, get those hockey assists, offensive rebounds. He's going to do a lot offensively, and he can shoot the ball. The only problem with Jovic is that the defense, and the defense has looked really good as of late. So I don't see any problems in his game. That was the only issue I had with his game, and that's the only issue that Spo probably had with his game, because early on in his career and before these last couple of games, like, his defense was terrible, and he's completely switched it around defensively. And I don't know if that's attributed to, I'm going to give him the credit. Like, nobody else deserves the credit besides him. Like, he's worked hard. He's grinded defensively. But I like to think that the sessions with Jimmy in the gym have also helped as well, because you're guarding Jimmy Butler one-on-one. Jimmy's kind of taking him under his wing, and it reminds me of what Jimmy did with Tyler his rookie year. Now, Jovic and Jimmy, not sure. I mean, obviously, I'm not like personally like close with any of them, so I can't tell you that how long they've been doing this. But just by looking at what Jimmy's been, putting out there on social media and stuff like that, like, as of late, you can see Jimmy has been, liking this kid a lot more than before. Like, he never used to, like, I mean, to my knowledge, or at least like from what I've seen, I never saw Jimmy and Jovic post, together this much, where Jimmy's been in the gym with him and Jimmy's been going to dinner with him and Jovic has been talking about him in interviews, saying he's his big brother. Like, it's been developing as of late, and I really, really liked it. Like, I really like Jimmy doing that with him, because there was this one interview of Jovic's where it was in Serbian, and I think it was like translated badly or something like that, but he was like, the translation in English, which could be wrong because I don't speak Serbian, but what it said was that he's frustrated, he wants to play, and he doesn't know what he has to do. Like, he was something along those lines. And a lot of people were like, yo, like, damn, like, he's really unhappy with his role. I was like, okay, like, I get how you're feeling, because I would want to play too, but he shouldn't have said that out publicly, regardless of what he feels. He should have kept that in house. That was my only stance with that. But since that day, you've seen the Heat double down. They've been developing him like they've developed any player. Sent him to the G League. He's been getting his reps there. Jimmy went out there to the G League in Wisconsin to support him when they played the Bucks. Jovic played in the G League, I think the next day or the previous day, and he went to support him. And then I think after that, you saw Jimmy getting in the gym with him. You saw them getting dinner and stuff like that. Bro, like, that's the type of veteran leadership that this kid needs. Because I feel like he was kind of getting left out, and he was like, unhappy because of his role and stuff like that. But, and obviously, like, he expected big things out of himself this year, but, you have to work, you have to earn your minutes, and on the Miami Heat, it's 90% of the time it's going to be your defense that gets you minutes, and his defense has been very, very good to see, and I think that's the reason he's going to get minutes and stay in the rotation if he keeps defending like this, because if he keeps defending like this, then I don't have a problem with any part of his game, because I think his offense is already phenomenal. So, yeah, shout out to Jimmy for taking him under his wing, but most importantly, shout out to the young man, Jovic, for embracing that side of the ball. You've seen a lot of young players say, like, when they haven't been getting minutes, they had to make their mark some way. And a lot of people have been like, okay, like, I decided to do it on the defensive end. A guy like DeJounte Murray, I saw his interview with All the Smoke. He said the same thing. Kawhi Leonard told him that, if you want to get minutes, if you want to stay in this league, defense is the side of the ball that's going to be valued more. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy said this to Jovic. I wouldn't be surprised if Bam said this to Jovic, or Spo said this to Jovic, that defense is going to have to be the end you key in on if you want to get minutes in this rotation, because you're not going to be the leading scorer on this team like Tyler Hero, who can be not excused from playing defense, but if he doesn't play defense, we understand, because he's dropping 25 a night. But if you don't play defense, again, not saying you're not a really good offensive player, because he is, but most of that is potential and flashes. He hasn't put it together fully on offense yet. So, as a young player in this league, as somebody who's still developing as a prospect, you're going to have to hang your hat on that defensive end. And that's what he's been doing. So, full credit to him. Amazing played the past couple of games. Win against the Rockets was huge. This game against OKC is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. OKC is a really, really good team. I mean, OKC is I have nothing but positive things to say about OKC, because they are one of the best teams in the league. And they have been playing extremely well. They have a dude who's an absolute dog leading their team. They have pieces around him who are also dogs. Chet Holmgren, you know, I know people don't want to hear it because Jaime is in competition with him for Rookie of the Year, but Chet Holmgren looks really good, man. And if I'm unbiased, I would say Chet Holmgren is Rookie of the Year right now, but I'm not saying Jaime can't catch him, but Chet Holmgren looks really good. And I've always been a fan of J-Dub out of Santa Clara. I've always been a fan of his game. Derek Lively, I'm not, that's the wrong T. I don't know why I said Derek Lively. What's it called? Kaysen Wallace. Kaysen Wallace looks really good out of Kentucky, hitting those corner threes. And they just have a really good team. It's going to be tough to stop them because you're going to have to make sure that you guard the 3-point line because they take a lot of threes. Lou Dort, J-Dub, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, like these guys will shoot the 3-ball. And then on the interior, I think that's where you can hurt them on the glass because they don't really have much size. Apart from Chet, like they don't really have much size at all. Chet has been playing the 5. I expect Bam's gonna have to go to work. He's gonna have to go to work because Chet cannot guard him. Chet's a very good defender, but I feel like Bam is one of those guys where it's gonna be tough because it's gonna be like, Chet is not the biggest, he's not the heaviest. Bam can really outmuscle him. Now Bam is not the biggest center, but he's definitely stronger than Chet. So Chet is longer and he has that length, which is going to be tough to score on. But I'm expecting Bam to set the tone because Bam is, physically more imposing than Chet. And then the rest of their team is that they play a smaller lineup, so they're gonna hunt switches. J-Dub is like their 4. And J-Dub to me has always been like a 2 in college and stuff like that. So they have a small lineup. Which means, whatever their lineup is when we play them, whatever our lineup is, because we know their lineup is going to be, but with all our injuries and stuff, like if Jovic is going to be starting, they're going to 90% of the time try to put Jovic and Hero in every single pick and roll possible. They're going to get Jovic onto Shea. Shea is one of the best in the league at drawing fouls, and Jovic is going to have to stay disciplined. He's going to have to move his feet because obviously Shea is very crafty with his dribble. You can't have Jovic being slow-footed out there. You need Hero to be strong too. You can't have Hero getting physically out-muscled by Shea. I think they're going to put, what's his name? Whoever gets that starting assignment, whether it's Jovic or Caleb or Highsmith, depending on who's healthy. I think it's going to be Jovic because of the way he's played. But I think you're going to have Jaquez on Shea. I think you're going to have I think you can have a guy like Hero on a Josh Giddey, who is not going to do much as a scorer, but he's going to do a lot as a facilitator. So then I think you're going to have Jovic on a guy like Lou Dort. And I want to see Kyle Lowry or somebody like that on Jalen Williams, because Jalen Williams is a very good scorer, but you need some defense on him. And I don't trust Hero on Jalen Williams. I don't trust Jovic on Jalen Williams. As good as Jovic has been playing defensively, J-Dub is just very, very crafty and fast with the ball. Like, he's not fast, but he's like crafty. So he can outquick Jovic with his ball handling and stuff like that. So I don't want to see Jovic on any of their ball handlers. So I don't want to see him on Giddey. I don't want to see him on Shea. I don't want to see him on J-Dub because they're all smaller than him and they're all quicker than him. I want to see him on Dort. Dort is big, but Dort's going to do much of his damage shooting the corner 3-ball, and I think that's where Jovic can do a pretty good job defending him. But have Jaime on Shea. And hopefully we get some guys back, because you would want a guy like Caleb or Highsmith or Jimmy in this game to alleviate the pressure defensively, because they have weapons, man. Especially that dude Shea is an absolute hooper. So, yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. That's just a mini preview of tomorrow night's game against the, against the Thunder. But yeah, we'll see you later as always, man. Have a nice day.